I'm Mark Allen, Mr. Saltwater Tank, coming to you on behalf of SaltwaterAquarium.com. Here at SaltwaterAquarium.com, we're a small family-owned business. Ken Brown started the business over 10 years ago out of his basement. And like a lot of other small businesses, the owner keeps his day job while he's building up his business. Here at SaltwaterAquarium.com, Ken kept working his day gig as a programmer, and his dad, Pappa Brown, and family friends helped build up the business. So today on Small Business Saturday, as we celebrate Small Business Saturday, I wanted to step back a minute, sit down with Pappa Brown, and hear about SaltwaterAquarium.com from his perspective. Now, Pappa Brown is a farmer, and if there's one thing that I've learned about farmers, it's that they have a unique perspective on things. So I thought I'd work my way into talking about SaltwaterAquarium.com by first hearing about his farm and how farming is like reefing.
He was born in '78, so Kenny was 6 years old when we moved up here.
To the dairy farm.
To this, right here where the farm is, the dairy farm.
Okay.
Like I said, we milked 60 cows and raised a bunch of heifers, and we tried to grow all the feed that we could for them. Because back then I farmed about 500 acres of ground. Then I made a lot of hay, and I didn't plant soybeans in, but I planted wheat and corn, and mostly hay and corn for my cows. I made solids out of.
Sounds like a lot of work.
So, well, we really worked. We get up at 5 o'clock and milk the cows, and a lot of nights we wouldn't get done to 9 or 10.
Get up and do it all over again.
Get up and start right back over again. And these are some of the fields I farm here. I have corn on these fields. I planted 280 acres of corn and 200 acres of soybeans. It's from the local seed company around. I buy the seed from a friend of mine who has like 5 or 6 kids, and I said, well, you need the money for the kids to grow up, so I buy all my seed from him. And he likes the sale, and I usually buy it early so I can pay for it. So, like, I try to plant my corn around the 15th of May, because you plant it after the frost is done. And then as soon as I get the corn planted, I'll go into beans. So this year I finished up my corn on the 17th of May, and I finished up the soybeans on the 27th of May.
You have all this written down.
And then I have it all in my head.
In your head?
Because I farm. That's what I do. I farm for a living so I can remember stuff.
You farm for a living so you can remember stuff.
Mark Callahan puts in fish tanks and does stuff, and he knows how to do it. And once you do it, you learn how to do it.
Okay.
It's the same as anything you do. You do it long enough, it's going to stick in your head.
Okay.
We're on the left side. We're coming up to fields that we finished up combining yesterday. On the beans, we've done about 100 acres of beans.
So then you're done for the year. What do you do all winter?
When I do all winter, I do like most husbands do. I take care of my wife, and a happy wife, a happy life. And my wife loves to look at the fish.
Okay.
And she told Kenny, I hope we get some really nice fish this time. But I had really nice fish the last time.
No pressure.
No pressure.
So you've had a farm for 20 years. How long have you had a reef tank?
I've had a reef tank. Maybe it's probably been 5 years, I think. Kenny bought the warehouse and he gave me his tank. But he didn't want to give it to me because he thought I'd be a pain in the butt because I wouldn't know how to do anything. And I really don't know how to do anything, but I try to do some stuff. But old fish, they live, whether you do stuff or not, it seems like. He always said, well, you need a water change. But I've been telling me I need a water change for the last 2 years, and we've never done it. But the fish still live, so.
You're all right.
And they, we do pretty good that way, so.
But sometimes farming's good, sometimes farming's bad, sometimes your reef tank's good, sometimes your reef tank's bad.
Yes, but I don't want a reef tank bad. I want all my reef tanks to be good all the time.
Well, isn't that true with your crops too? You want them
Yes, I want my crops to be good all the time, but I understand if something happens. I don't get upset if it's bad, because that's life today.
So you come in once a week now to help with packing.
Yes, sir.
But if I remember my story correct, you were the only packer for a while Kenny was working.
Me and Danielle, the friend of his that babysat it when he first started the business.
Okay.
And a lot of times when he was working, her and me, we did all the packing, and we took everything to the post office. I take my truck and meet the freight trucks in the township parking lot and take the products up to the house, and then we put them in the garage, and then we move around to the basement so we knew what to pack. But
so in all your years of working with Kenny, did you ever have a time when you thought he did the wrong thing, should have kept his job, having a bad year?
When he worked in the basement, his wife wanted her basement and her garage back. His wife had to leave her car outside, and you know, she liked the business, but I think she was glad he got a warehouse still.
Yeah.
And then they sold their house and bought a house where Dad couldn't come over and help him start a new business. Because I said, here, Kenny, let's start games and toys. Won't that be fun? We could get Legos and play with them all day long while everybody's working. We could play Legos. But she said, no, I bought this house and you guys can't do that. So,
yes, ma'am.
then that's what he said. Yes, ma'am, I'll continue doing what I'm doing. I said, okay, so. But you don't know where Kenny's going to end up next, though, because the business just grows so much. And, you know.
Where do you think he's going to end up? You're his dad.
I don't know. I mean, Kenny's smart in it. I mean, he loves the business, and he told me he wouldn't sell it. So I guess it's no use anybody making him an offer, and he loves running it. So run it. I said, but we didn't. You started with nothing, and if it ends up to be nothing, that's what it is. But as long as you have fun doing it, I said, when the fun goes out of it, then it's time to get rid of it. And I talked to him a couple weeks ago, and he said, Dad, I'm still having a lot of fun running the business. I said, well, that's all that matters. And that's the same way I look at farming. If I don't enjoy farming, then I'm not going to farm. And now, when are you going to get my fish tank done?